What happens when the king of heaven himself succumbs to pride? In the vast cosmos of Hindu mythology, even the mightiest beings can fall prey to their own ego. This is the extraordinary tale of how Indra, the king of the gods, lost his celestial throne, all because of a simple flower garland. In the celestial realm of Swarga, Indra reigned supreme from his golden throne. As king of the gods, he commanded the forces of nature, wielded the thunderbolt Vajra, and received worship from both gods and mortals alike. His palace shimmered with divine splendor, and celestial beings danced in his courts. Yet power, even divine power, often plants the seeds of pride. One day, while Indra sat in his court surrounded by celestial musicians and dancers, the great sage Durvasa appeared at his gates. Durvasa, known throughout the three worlds for both his spiritual potency and his quick temper, carried with him a special garland. This was no ordinary wreath of flowers. It was blessed with divine fragrance and magical properties, gifted to him by a celestial being. Seeing Indra upon his throne, sage Durvasa approached with reverence and offered the magical garland as a gift. The garland emanated an otherworldly perfume that drew everyone's attention. Indra accepted the offering, but pride had already clouded his judgment. Instead of honoring the sacred gift, he casually placed it on his divine elephant, Airavata. The mighty elephant, not understanding the garland's significance, caught its scent and became intoxicated by its divine fragrance. In its excitement, it threw the garland to the ground and trampled it under its massive feet. This disrespect for a sacred gift from a great sage was a grave mistake, one that would shake the very foundations of heaven. Durvasa's eyes blazed with divine fury at this insult. His voice thundered through the celestial court as he pronounced his curse. "O Indra, your pride has overcome your wisdom. Just as you have disrespected this divine garland, so shall you lose all that you take pride in. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, shall abandon the realm of the gods." The curse took effect immediately. Dark clouds gathered over the celestial realm. The ever-blooming flowers of heaven began to wilt, and the eternal light dimmed. Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune and prosperity, arose from her seat and departed from Swarga. With her departure, the splendor of heaven began to fade, but the consequences didn't end there. Sensing the gods' weakness, the asuras, the eternal adversaries of the devas, saw their opportunity. Led by their mighty kings, they launched a massive assault on the heavenly realm. Without Lakshmi's blessing, the gods found their powers diminished. Even Indra's thunderbolt seemed to have lost its divine spark. The battle was fierce, but one-sided. The asuras, empowered by the gods' misfortune, overwhelmed the celestial defenses. One by one, the divine beings were forced to flee their heavenly abode. Indra himself, the once proud king of heaven, had to abandon his throne and go into hiding. In their desperation, the gods sought counsel from Lord Vishnu, the preserver of the universe. Vishnu explained that Indra's pride had disrupted the cosmic balance. To regain their lost glory, the gods would need to undergo severe penance and learn the virtue of humility. They would have to churn the cosmic ocean in cooperation with their enemies, the asuras, to bring forth Lakshmi once again. This great churning of the ocean, known as Samudra Manthan, became one of the most significant events in Hindu mythology. It taught both gods and demons that the greatest powers in the universe must be earned through effort and cooperation, not taken for granted through pride. Eventually, after great trials and sacrifices, Lakshmi emerged from the cosmic ocean. Seeing the genuine remorse in Indra and the other gods, and their newly learned humility, she returned to the heavenly realm. Indra regained his throne, but he was forever changed by this experience. This ancient tale carries timeless wisdom about the dangers of pride and the importance of respecting spiritual gifts and blessings. It reminds us that even the most powerful beings must practice humility and gratitude. The story teaches that true greatness lies not in the positions we hold or the powers we possess, but in how we handle these gifts with grace and respect. In our modern world, where pride and ego often drive our actions, Indra's fall serves as a powerful reminder. Whether we sit on golden thrones or simple chairs, whether we command armies or small teams, the lesson remains the same. Pride comes before a fall, but humility paves the way to lasting glory. Perhaps the next time we find ourselves swelling with pride over our achievements, we might remember the garland that brought down heaven's king. For in that remembrance lies the seed of wisdom that can prevent our own fall from grace.